Tonight we're running on the right track. I know we're never gonna look back. Oh, I just wanna have a good time.
Hi, thank you for tuning in. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to make a lei using the technique Vili. So first, some of the supplies I'll be using is raffia, flowers, and leaves. You will also need some scissors and hot glue. So you're gonna have to grab some raffia, obviously not too much, which is why I'm separating it. I also want to note that I'm doing this with artificial flowers and leaves, so how it's done with real flowers and leaves is the same technique, but different spacing, I guess. And here I'm just trying to make sure all the ends are even. And once they're all even, you tie a knot as close to the end as possible. And once you've done that, split the raffia into 3 parts and start braiding. And if you don't like holding it with your mouth, you can also use your toes, so just stick it in between and keep braiding. Next, you have to prepare your little pieces, so you cut the flowers off the stems and the leaves off the stems so that they're all individual pieces. Since the larger flowers have no stems on them, I have to glue them onto the leaf so that there is a stem and I have something to wrap around. So you just use hot glue and glue it onto the leaf. Now for the fun part. You take a single strand of raffia, make sure it's wet so that it's easier to work with, and you tie a knot around your braided raffia that you just made. After that, you grab a leaf and you hold it in place and you use the raffia to wrap around the stem. I like to wrap it around about 3 or 4 times. It just depends on the spacing and how it looks overall. Then you take another component or another leaf, whichever piece you feel like using, and you wrap that around a few times. And from there, you just keep adding, using any pattern that you like or whatever you feel like looks good as far as it goes overall. And you use the same technique, just wrapping it around the stem. Once your single strand gets close to the end, you basically do the same thing where you started. You wrap it around your braided raffia and then you tie a knot to end it off, and then you start over with the new strand and tie a knot again and keep wrapping. So this was supposed to be a Lei Po'o, which means it goes around your head, but I didn't like the way it looked when I put it on my head, so I decided to elongate it and make it similar to a lei but with two ends instead of one big loop. So here is the finished product, and other possibilities would be like this, which was my first Lei Po'o, and this is what it looked like on me for my graduation. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.